What message does this send to North Korea, sending Bill Clinton as the special envoy to try to secure the release of these two American journalists?
That is the priority of our government at the highest level, and that the world is watching how you interact with President Clinton, and hopefully they will step up to the plate and let the young ladies go.
There are reports, Senator, that the U.S. would never have sent Bill Clinton unless there were some assurances that indeed he could get the job done. So does this trip at all signal to you that there may be some improved relations between our two countries, that this is a sign of that?
You would expect that you would not send a former president knowing that he's not likely to be successful. I don't know what this says. From the family point of view of the young ladies, this is great news, and I hope they are released, and maybe we can build upon this to do something better when it comes to nuclear weapons.
When you say you don't know what this is, what do you mean? Can you be more specific?
Well, I don't know if this is the beginning of something larger or it's just an effort at a humanitarian breakthrough in this particular case. It would be nice if it's the foundation for a better relationship.
Would you approve of the former president addressing the nuclear program in North Korea while he is there, trying to negotiate the release of these two women?
If he has the authority to do so by the administration, I don't believe in, cowboy diplomacy, and I know this would not be that case. But yes, if he could sit down with the North Koreans and convey a message from the administration and the Congress to be more reasonable when it comes to verifying their nuclear program and getting away from the development of nuclear weapons, it'd be a good thing.
And yet you are also one of the senators who have pressured the White House to classify North Korea as a state sponsor of terrorism.
Right. They're not inconsistent. You got to deal with people at every level.
So you think you can have each of them, and then that's fine. You can say, first of all, this is a state sponsor of terrorism, but we want to talk to them. Exactly.
The truth is that you're doing things you should not do. Let's see if we can have a better relationship. That would be a win-win for both countries. Maybe this is a breakthrough, I hope.
Let me switch gears here and talk about domestic policy for a second. The White House said yesterday that the president is going to hold true to his campaign promise that he will not tax the middle class, people earning less than $250,000. You smile as I say that. Do you not trust the White House when they say that?
Well, no, it's not a matter of trust that we all make statements in this business to try to get elected. Then you have to govern. The top 1% pay 40% of the taxes. The top 5% pay 60% of the taxes. When you look out over the next 50 years and have a long view of America, we're going to have to expand the tax base. We have 40% of Americans who work who pay no federal income tax, and that's just unsustainable over time. So eventually we're going to have to expand the tax base in this country to get more people in the game in terms of paying federal income tax to sustain the programs we already have that are, quite frankly, unsustainable with the current revenue.
So you're saying the president cannot hold to that campaign promise?
I don't think anybody over time can deal with Medicare and Social Security, which are trillions of dollars underfunded, without tremendous reform and looking at ways to generate more revenue. You got to reform the programs, generate more revenue, but you can't tax your way into solvency when it comes to Medicare, which is $36 trillion underfunded.
One of the programs in the stimulus package is Cash for Clunkers, which seems to have been a success. It's bringing people into the dealerships. Cars are being sold. But the administration has said that they're going to run out of gas, that program, by the end of the week unless the Senate approves another $2 billion. Are you prepared to do that, Senator?
Yeah, I think the program will be reauthorized. I hope it comes out of the stimulus package and doesn't add to the debt. It seems to have worked. The tax code has been used to get people to buy homes, an $8,000 credit for a first-time home buyer. You got tax advantages if you buy a hybrid car that will help the environment over the time. So I think probably the Senate will act this week and get some of the clunkers off the road. But we got to realize, where are we going as a nation? How much involvement by the government in the private sector? Where does it begin? Where does it end? That's a big question for us all.
But for now, you will approve the $2 billion?
Yeah, I think the Senate will pass it. Yes, I do.
Senator Lindsey Graham, thank you so much for your time this morning.
Thank you.
Busy morning. Let's get over to the news desk. Anne's got the rest of the headlines. Anne, good morning to you.
Hey, Matt and Meredith, good morning.